Hi everyone, just a quick video about the Yamaha GP1200R and removing the oil pump from it. Basically to get to the oil pump, which is right up the front of the engine, just behind the fuel tank and the oil tank, you do need to take both halves of the exhaust cooling system off. You also need to take the airbox off as well, so that obviously all the exhaust comes up through here. It's a bit of a wiggle. You only break one gasket, and that gasket is that one there. Take off this pipe first that goes down there. Second one, you take off this one here. There's another video on YouTube about it, on how to take it off. But then the oil pump itself, I'll try and show you. The oil pump itself, there you go, is that part there. If you Google it, you'll see it. It looks like that. You can see where the cable goes around there. Basically, the cable on here, ignore the spring, but this cable goes to the oil pump. So as you add more accelerator, it's meant to pull this through here and adds more oil to the mix. Our cable snapped on ours back there, so we were just going to replace the cable, but then after a bit of research, it looks like a lot of people have removed the oil pump and just run premix. I don't have too much of a problem with that, so that's what we're going to go with. We're going to remove that oil pump, which I just showed you, drain the tank. We're going to have to short the contacts on the low oil indicator so it doesn't throw an error up on the screen. That's all easy enough. And then take the oil lines off, which run to the three things in the carburetor, and just plug them off on the carburetor itself, which are buried down under there. Your fuel lines, and there's one there. There's an oil line there, and then the other ones there's another one there, and the third one's back there. So we're just going to replace all those, take the lines out, cap them off, and then just run a premix oil mix in the fuel. Only issue that I've sort of see doing this operation, or that I've been told from a few mechanics, is that at idle it'll run a bit rough because there's a bit too much oil in there, but obviously it's not mixing it in relation to the throttle anymore, because obviously it used to add more oil as you accelerated more, so it was dynamic in that regard, whereas now it's just a static mix, so it's always going to be the same. So even though at idle it might be a bit rough, but as you take off it should be good. Like I said, we're probably doing it just to make it one less thing to go wrong. That's why we're taking it off. There's a bit of, on forums and stuff, there's a bit of yes you should, no you shouldn't kind of stuff going backwards and forwards, but this seems like the best option for us anyway. Just waiting on the part to come, which is just a simple blanking plate and then some caps for the nipples that go on the three. So just thought I'd share that with you, the process of how to take it off, taking that off, taking the airbox off, all your nuts and bolts and stuff like that. Wasn't overly hard, to be honest. Probably going to be harder to put everything back in together and just make sure it all goes back in the right spot, but I've never done much of this mechanical stuff before on an engine like this, so it's been a bit of a learning process. But let me know if you've got any questions, and I'll try and help you out with what we've done anyway. We're still learning, but yeah. Cool, thanks guys.